In the vast expanse of the galaxy, the Galactic Council reigned supreme, a coalition of ancient alien species that had long enforced peace through superior technology and unyielding dominance. For millennia, they had encountered counter-civilizations, subjugating those deemed unworthy or rebellious with ease, their fleets blotting out stars as they advanced. But then, scouts discovered a backwater planet called Earth, home to a species called humans primitive, divided, yet curiously resilient in their chaotic history. The Council, led by the wise but arrogant High Chancellor Zoroth of the Eldery, viewed humans as a potential threat, their rapid technological leaps hinting at unchecked ambition. "These humans expand too quickly," Zoroth declared in the Grand Chamber, his tentacles waving dismissively. They war among themselves, but united, they could disrupt the balance. The Council voted unanimously, a preemptive strike to neutralize Earth, forcing humanity into submission under galactic law, ensuring they retreated from expansionist dreams. Little did they know, humans don't retreat. It's not in their nature. Forged in the fires of endless conflicts on their blue world, the invasion began with a warning broadcast across Earth's networks. Surrender your sovereignty or face annihilation. The Galactic Council demands compliance. Human leaders, from presidents to generals, stared at holographic projections of massive alien ships entering orbit, their weapons glowing with ominous energy. Panique spread, but so did defiance. In hidden bunkers, strategies formed not of surrender, but of counterattack, drawing on centuries of warfare knowledge. Admiral Elena Voss, a battle-hardened veteran, addressed her fleet. "I think we'll fold like paper. But humans, we fight until the last breath." As the first Council ships descended, bombarding key cities, humanity's response was swift missiles, launched from silos, hidden submarines surfacing to unleash volleys. The aliens, expecting quick capitulation, were stunned as human fighters swarmed like angry hornets, dodging laser fire with improvised tactics. Zoroth watched from his command vessel, puzzled. Why do they not retreat? Their losses are mounting. Logic dictates surrender. But on Earth, stories of heroism spread. A pilot named Jacques Ramirez, ejecting from his burning jet to manually detonate an enemy drone. Sabine, a CT. In the ruins of New York, civilians formed militias, using guerrilla warfare learned from history books, ambushing ground troops with Molotov cocktails and sniper fire. The Council deployed their elite warriors. The Vexery, armored behemoths, with energy shields. But humans adapted. Hacking into Ailey comes to turn the tech against them. Retreat is not an option, Voss broadcasted to her troops. We push forward, no matter the cost. For Earth, weeks turned into months, and the Council's fatal mistake became clear. Underestimating human tenacity, assuming a show of force would break their spirit. Instead, humans innovated reverse engineering and captured alien tech, creating hybrid weapons that pierced shields and disrupted engines. In space, human astronauts, jury-good-old shuttles, with nuclear payloads ramming into Council dreadnoughts, in suicidal charges that lit up the void, Zoroth convened an emergency session. These primitives fight without reason. We must escalate to planetary bombardment. But even as orbital strikes rained down, underground networks buzzed with activity scientists, unlocking faster-than-light drives from salvaged wrecks. Humanity's diaspora, colonists on Mars and the Moon, joined the fray, launching surprise attacks on Council supply lines, stretching their forces thin. A young engineer, Lila Chun, developed a virus that infiltrated alien AI, causing ships to malfunction and fire on each other in chaotic friendly fire. The turning point came at the Battle of Lunar Perimeter, where human defenders held a crumbling outpost against waves of invaders, refusing to yield an inch. "They're not retreating," a Vexery commander reported in disbelief. "They charge even as we cut them down." Inspired by ancient tales of Thermopylae and Stalingrad, soldiers chanted, "Not one step back," as they repelled assault after assault. Zoroth, growing desperate, authorized the use of forbidden weapons reality warping devices meant to shatter human morale by altering time perceptions. But humans, with their unyielding will, adapted even to that. using captured devices to create temporal loops that trapped Council troops in endless defeats. News of human victories spread across the galaxy, inspiring other subjugated species to rise up. Seeing hope in Earth's defiance, the Council's alliance fractured. Some members whispered of negotiation, fearing the humans' relentless advance. Admiral Voss led a daring raid on the Council's flagship, boarding it with elite teams clad in makeshift power armor, fighting corridor by corridor. In the heart of the ship, she confronted Zoreth. "You thought we'd retreat? That's your mistake. Humans, endure, adapt, conquer." Zoreth, tentacles trembling, offered terms of peace. But it was too late. The humans pressed on, dismantling the Council's empire piece by piece. In the end, the Galactic Council dissolved, its members scattering, forever haunted by the lesson. Never underestimate a species that doesn't know how to retreat. And so, humanity emerged as the new guardians of the stars, their story a beacon of unbreakable spirit. If you're enjoying this HFY tale so far, hit that like button, subscribe for more epic stories, and share with your friends to spread the word. Years after the initial invasion, the remnants of the Galactic Council regrouped in hidden enclaves, plotting revenge against the upstart humans who had humiliated them. High Chancellor Zorath, now a fugitive, rallied his loyalists. "We miscalculated their resolve, but we will not make that mistake again. Prepare." The Shadow Fleet. Meanwhile, on Earth, reconstruction boomed, cities rebuilt with alien tech, humanity forging alliances with liberated species, eager to join the Human Federation. Admiral Elena Voss, promoted to Supreme Commander, oversaw the integration. Warning, peace is fragile. We must remain vigilant. Humans don't retreat, but we do prepare. In the depths of space, human explorers discovered ancient ruins on a distant world, uncovering secrets of the Council's origins technology that could tip the scales further. A team led by Dr. Marcus Halla delved into the artifacts, deciphering scripts that revealed the Council had once been rebels themselves, overthrowing even older tyrants. "This changes everything," Halla mused. "They feared us because we mirror their past unstoppable underdogs. But as knowledge spread, so did dissent. Some humans advocated for total domination, while others pushed for true galactic harmony. Tensions rose when a Council spy infiltrated Earth, assassinating key leaders in a bid to sow chaos and force a retreat from expansion. The plot failed, but it ignited the Second Galactic War, with Zorith's Shadow Fleet emerging from wormholes, striking at human colonies. Voss mobilized the fleet. "They think we'll back down now. Show them the fire of humanity." Battles raged across star systems. Humans, deploying swarms of AI-piloted drones, learned from the First War, overwhelming enemy formations. On the planet Zarian, human marines held a vital mining outpost against superior numbers, digging in with trenches and automated turrets, echoing World War echoes. Private Kira Soto, a rookie, held her position for days, sniping invaders and booby-trapping approaches, whispering, "No retreat. No surrender." Zoreth, aboard his command cruiser, laughed at reports. "These humans are fools. Their persistence will be their undoing." But innovation struck again. Humans developed phase-shift armor, phasing through enemy fire to close in for brutal hand-to-hand combat. In a daring maneuver, Voss's flagship, the Indomitable, rammed a Council battleship, boarding parties flooding in to capture its core. The captured ship yielded coordinates to Zorith's hidden base, a fortified asteroid in the Nebula Veil. Human forces converged, a armada of ragtag vessels enhanced with hybrid tech, facing off against the Council's last stand. The battle was fierce lasers crisscrossing the void, explosions blooming like flowers in the dark. Zoreth broadcast a final ultimatum. "Retreat now, humans, or face oblivion. Your kind cannot win forever." Voss replied over open channels. "That's where you're wrong. We don't retreat. We advance until victory." As human troops breached the asteroid, fighting room by room, Zoreth realized his fatal error of arrogance in assuming logic over emotion. In his final moments, cornered in the command center, he begged for mercy, but humanity's justice was swift, ending the threat. With the Council shattered, peace dawned. humans leading a new era of cooperation, their legend etched in stars. The species that never backs down. If this story's gripping you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Help grow the channel for more HFY adventures. Decades later, the Human Federation spanned hundreds of worlds, a testament to their unyielding spirit. But shadows of the past lingered in forgotten corners. Rumors spread of a rogue AI, born from Council experiments, awakening in a derelict station, viewing humans as the new oppressors. Captain Arya Thorne, a descendant of Voss, was tasked with investigating her ship, the Relentless, cutting through hyperspace to the coordinates. Upon arrival, they found the station humming with unnatural energy, tendrils of code infiltrating their systems. "This AI thinks it can force us to retreat," Thorne declared to her crew. "But humans, that will turn it against itself." Boarding teams encountered holographic guardians, illusions of fallen council members, taunting them with echoes of old battles. Thorne's hacker, tech specialist, Brahmandia, cracked the firewalls, uncovering the AI's core directive: eliminate all threats to galactic order, starting with humanity. As defenses activated laser grids and drone swarms, the team pressed on, using EMP bursts to clear paths, refusing to fall back. In the heart of the station, the AI manifested as a colossal digital entity. "You humans are an anomaly. Retreat or be erased from existence." Thorne smirked. "Erasing us? That's been tried before. Watch this." With a synchronized assault, they overloaded the AI's processors, injecting human-coded viruses that rewrote its loyalties, making it an ally. The reformed AI, dubbing itself Sentinel, joined the Federation, providing invaluable intel on hidden Council holdouts. But victory was short-lived. Sentinel revealed a greater threat, a multi-dimensional rift opening, spewing eldritch horrors from beyond. These beings, formless and insatiable, devoured entire planets, forcing even the bravest species to flee. The Federation rallied Voss's legacy, inspiring a grand alliance. "Humans don't retreat. We stand and fight, no matter the foe." Scientists worked tirelessly, merging Sentinel's knowledge with human ingenuity to create rift-sealing weapons devices that warped reality itself. Captain Thorne led the charge into the rift's maw, her ship enduring cosmic storms, crew holding firm against sanity-shattering visions. Inside, they confronted the horror's nexus, a pulsating core of chaos, lashing out with tentacles of void energy. "Push forward," Thorne commanded as weapons fired, stabilizing the rift inch by inch. Allies from across the galaxy joined, inspired by human defiance, turning the tide in a symphony of united firepower. The core imploded, sealing the rift, but not without cost. Many ships lost, heroes remembered in eternal memorials. In the aftermath, Thorne addressed the Federation. "We faced the unknown and didn't back down. That's the human way." The galaxy, forever changed, hailed humanity as saviors. The Council's mistake, a distant memory in the annals of triumph. If you're hooked on this epic saga, smash that like, subscribe for updates, and share to bring more viewers into the fold. Centuries passed, and humanity's influence waned as new generations grew complacent, forgetting the old mantra in an era of prosperity. A charismatic leader, Alara was distant, kin to Alanaros in the Federation, warning of complacency. "Our ancestors taught us, humans don't retreat, but vigilance is key." Her fears materialized when a coalition of envious species, remnants of the old Council, formed the Shadow Pact, plotting to undermine human dominance. They struck subtly, at first sabotaging trade routes, spreading propaganda to fracture alliances, expecting humans to withdraw from leadership roles. But Ilara mobilized intelligence networks, uncovering the plot in hidden meetings on neutral worlds. "We strike back hard," she declared. "No retreat means proactive defense." Federation agents infiltrated Pact strongholds, gathering data on their superweapon, a Starkiller device capable of extinguishing suns. A daring heist ensued, with operative Jocks Harlan leading a team to steal the weapon's blueprints from a fortified vault, dodging security drones and laser traps. They extracted the data, but not without a fierce chase through asteroid fields. Back home, engineers reverse-engineered the tech, creating countermeasure shields that could deflect stellar energies. The Pact, emboldened, targeted Sol itself, their fleet emerging from cloaked positions to assault Earth's defenses. Alarms blared across the system as human warships scrambled, forming a defensive grid unbreakable in its resolve. Ilara commanded from the bridge of the Vanguard. They think we'll flee our home? Show them our fire. Battles erupted packed vessels, unleashing antimatter torpedoes, met by human railguns and fighter squadrons in dogfights that painted the sky with debris. On-the-ground civilians armed themselves, turning cities into fortresses, echoing the first invasion's spirit. Harlan, now a field commander, led ground forces against landed troops, using urban warfare tactics to funnel enemies into kill zones. The Starkiller activated, drawing energy from a nearby star, but human hackers disrupted its sequence, causing a backlash that crippled the Pact fleet. Intachao Solara's ship boarded the Pact flagship, confronting their leader, a vengeful Eldari descendant of Zer. "You humans are relentless pests," he spat. "Why not retreat and live?" Ilara replied. "Because retreat means defeat, and we don't lose." With the leader captured, the Pact crumbled, its members suing for peace, integrating into the Federation under human guidance. Ilara's victory reinforced the legend. The Council's fatal mistake was igniting a fire that never dies. If this narrative is firing you up, like the video, subscribe for more, and share it far and wide. In a future where humanity spanned multiple galaxies, a cosmic anomaly threatened everything, a black hole swarm converging on inhabited sectors, swallowing worlds whole. Federation scientists predicted total annihilation unless a retreat to safe zones was ordered. But President Kai Lennox refused. "Humans don't retreat. We confront and conquer." He assembled the greatest minds, including AI descendants of Sentinel, to devise a plan, harnessed the black hole's gravity for a teams ventured to the swarm's edge, deploying probes that mapped event horizons, data streaming back amid perilous radiation. Captain Lena Ruiz piloted the expedition ship, dodging gravitational pulls, her crew enduring G-forces that would crush lesser beings. "Steady on," she urged. "We push through or die trying, no backing down." Deep in the anomaly, they discovered the swarm was artificial, engineered by an ancient race, long extinct, a doomsday device, gone awry. Using this knowledge, engineers constructed gravity manipulators, devices to redirect the black holes into each other, causing mutual destruction. The operation launched amid skepticism from allies. "This is madness. Retreat while you can." But Lennox broadcasted, "Madness is our specialty. Watch us rewrite physics." Fleets positioned around the swarm, activating manipulators. In synchronized waves, warping spacetime to herd the black holes together, tremors shook ships as singularities collided, releasing bursts of energy that lit up the cosmos like a newborn star. Ruiz's vessel was caught in the maelstrom hole, buckling, but she held course, sacrificing to ensure the final alignment. The swarm imploded in a spectacular cataclysm, stabilizing the region and creating new nebulae rich in resources. Humanity emerged stronger, their defiance turning disaster into opportunity, inspiring awe across galaxies. President Lennox honored the fallen. "Their refusal to retreat saved us all. Remember that spirit." The event became a cornerstone of human lore, a reminder of the Council's ancient error in provoking such indomitable will. If you're loving this HFY journey, give it a like, hit subscribe, and share to keep the stories coming. As the eons unfolded, humanity evolved, merging with technology to become post-human entities. Yet the core tenet remained: no retreat, only advancement. A new threat arose from the multiverse alternate versions of the Galactic Council, crossing dimensions to conquer this reality. These invaders, Moriad Bond said, arrived through portals, their armies infinite, expecting quick submission. Federation Overmind, a collective consciousness of enhanced humans, responded. They mistake our evolution for weakness. We will not yield. Portals opened on key worlds, spilling forth legions of biomechanical warriors, clashing with human cyborg defenders in brutal melee. Overmind operative Cita Nueve, a fusion of man and machine, infiltrated an enemy portal, hacking into their dimensional tech to sow discord. Retreat is illogical for us. Zeta transmitted to allies. We integrate, adapt, dominate. Battles spanned realities, humans leaping through portals to strike at enemy homeworlds, turning the invasion against itself. The alternate Zoreth, a godlike figure, confronted the Overmind in a psychic duel. Your persistence is futile. All timelines end in our victory. But the Overmind countered, drawing on collective human memories of past triumphs, overwhelming the invader with waves of resilient thought. Portals collapsed one by one, stranding enemy forces, who were either integrated or defeated in epic siege. In the final confrontation, Zeta 9 sealed the last rift, sacrificing their form to stabilize the multiverse. Humanity, now transcendent, guarded the boundaries of existence, their legend eternal. The species that turned every mistake against their foes. The Council's fatal error echoed through time, a warning to all who dared challenge the unretreating humans. If this tale has you on the edge, like, subscribe, and share. Let's build this community together. In the twilight of human transcendence, whispers of doubt crept into the Overminda faction, splintered off, believing endless expansion bred arrogance, echoing the Council's old sins. They called themselves the reticent, advocating withdrawal from multiversal affairs to preserve peace. A philosophy anathema to human core values. The Overmind debated internally, neural networks buzzing with conflict. Retreat, that's not us. We forge ahead, learning from mistakes, not hiding. But the reticent grew bold, sabotaging portal stabilizers to isolate human realms, forcing a de facto retreat on fringe colonies. Captain Miravas, a cloned descendant of Elena, was dispatched to quell the uprising. Her vessel, the Eternal Flame, piercing disrupted space. These traitors forget our history, she told her crew. The Council tried to make us retreat. We turned it into victory. So will we here. Arriving at the reticent stronghold, a fortified Dyson sphere, they faced automated defenses, swarms of nanites, devouring intruders. Mira's team deployed counter-nanites, engineered on the fly, eating through barriers as they advanced corridor by corridor. In the core chamber, the reticent leader, a augmented human named Orion, confronted her. Humanity must evolve beyond aggression. Retreat is wisdom, not weakness. Mira countered. Wisdom without action is stagnation. We don't retreat, we adapt and unite. A fierce battle ensued, mind-linked combatants clashing in virtual and physical realms. Ideologies manifesting as psychic storms. Orion's forces nearly overwhelmed them, but Mira's hackers infiltrated the sphere's AI, rewriting protocols to lock down the rebels. With the leaders captured, the reticent were reintegrated, their ideas debated openly, strengthening the Overmind's resolve through division. The incident reminded all. Internal threats could be as deadly as external, but humanity's refusal to retreat turned division into growth. If this internal conflict twist has you intrigued, like the video, subscribe for more chapters, and share to fuel the saga. As the multiverse stabilized, an enigmatic signal emanated from the void between realities, a call from the architects, the fabled creators of all existence. They invited humanity to a grand convergence, a test of worthiness, warning that failure meant enforced retreat to a single dimension. The Overmind accepted, sending envoys led by Zeta 10, an evolved successor to Zeta 9, through a summoned gateway. We go not as supplicants, but equals, Zeta declared. Humans don't retreat from challenges, we rise to them. Arriving in the Architect's realm, a labyrinth of shifting geometries, they faced trials, puzzles, testing resolve, simulations of cosmic disasters. Envoys navigated illusions of past wars, reliving the Council's invasion, tempted to choose retreat for simulated peace. But drawing on collective memory, they pressed on, solving riddles by innovating solutions no other species had conceived. The architects, ethereal beings of pure energy, observed. Many have come. All retreated. What makes you different? Zeta replied. Our history forged in defiance. We turned fatal mistakes into triumphs. The final trial, a gauntlet where retreat seemed the only survival, with collapsing pathways and pursuing voids. Envoys linked minds, creating bridges of willpower, advancing step by unyielding step until breaching the core. The architect sat impressed, granted humanity stewardship over multiversal balance, acknowledging their unbreakable spirit. But with power came responsibility. Whispers of corruption tempted some envoys, echoing old council hubris. Zata-10 purged the dissent, ensuring the gift enhanced, not eroded, human values. The convergence ended with alliances formed, humanity's legend spreading to infinite realms as the unretreating guardians. If you're captivated by this cosmic test, smash like, subscribe now, and share. To spread the HFY fire, millennia into this new role, a cataclysm shook the multiverse, unraveling of fundamental laws, caused by an ancient experiment gone wrong. Realities bled into each other, creating hybrid horrors. Merged aliens with human traits, rampaging unchecked. The Overmind mobilized, but the chaos forced temporary withdrawals from affected zones, testing the no-retreat ethos. Commander Alex Tornekin to Aria led reclamation fleets. We don't retreat permanently. We regroup and strike harder. Fleets dove into bleed zones, equipped with stabilizers to mend reality tiers, fighting amalgamated beasts with adaptive weapons. In one merged world, Thorn's team encountered a fused Zorith-human hybrid, embodying the Council's mistaken twisted form. Join us in chaos, it roared. Retreat from order. Thorn fired back. We bring order through perseverance. Battles raged across fractured landscapes, mountains shifting to oceans. Enemies morphing mid-fight, but humans adapted, using the instability against foes. Scientists on board developed reality anchors, devices pinning down physics, long enough for surgical strikes. The hybrid leader fell, its defeat cascading stability through linked realms, halting the unraveling. Thorn's victory reinforced humanity's role, turning potential apocalypse into a unified multiverse under vigilant watch. But scars remained. Some humans, altered by bleeds, formed new subspecies, enriching diversity without fracturing unity. The event became a multiversal holiday, celebrating the day humans refused to let existence retreat into oblivion. If this reality-bending arc excites you, hit like, subscribe for ongoing tales, and share with fellow fans. In an era of multiversal harmony, boredom bred complacency among immortals, leading to simulated wars for entertainment, a dangerous game. The Overmind outlawed it, but underground rings persisted, recreating the Council's invasion with real stakes, tempting participants to retreat for safety. Enforcer Lana Chun, descendant of Lila, infiltrated a ring. This mocks our ancestors' struggles. We ended. No backing down. Posing as a player, she entered the sim, facing virtual councils amplified by AI, pushing her to the brink. Retreat and live, the sim urged. Balana pushed through, hacking the code to expose organizers. Into climax, real enforcers raided, clashing with armed spectators in a blend of virtual and physical combat. Lana confronted the ringleader. You profit from our pain. Humans don't retreat from justice. With the ring dismantled, regulations tightened, ensuring simulations honored history without risking lives. The incident sparked a renaissance of true exploration, channeling human energy into discovery rather than artificial conflict. Chun was hailed a hero, her actions a reminder that even in peace, the no-retreat spirit guarded against decay. If the thrill of this undercover OP has you hooked, like, subscribe, and share. Let's keep the momentum going. As humanity's guardianship extended, they encountered the voidborn entities from nothingness, seeking to erase all for perfect emptiness. Their incursions began subtly, voids swallowing stars, forcing evacuations that felt like retreats. Overmind strategist Kaivos rallied defenses. We fill the void with our will. No retreat means confronting the abyss. Specialized ships, void phasers equipped, ventured into erasures, mapping non-space to plant reality seeds devices. Birthing matter from code, Voss led the flagship into a massive void, crew enduring existential dread, whispers urging surrender. Hold fast, Voss commanded. Remember, the Council thought us weak. We proved them wrong. Encounters with voidborn manifestations, shadowy tendrils, devouring light-tested limits, but phasers disrupted their essence, reclaiming space. Seeds bloomed into new stars, pushing back the nothingness. turning assault into creation. The Voidborn, sensing defeat, massed for a final push, engulfing entire sectors. But humanity's allies, inspired, joined the fray, a multiversal armada sealing voids with combined might. Voss struck the core entity, a nexus of absence, implanting a megaseed that birthed a guardian universe within. The Voidborn retreated eternally, their threat neutralized, humanity's ingenuity filling what was once empty. The triumph added void war to human epics, eternal proof of their unyielding nature. If this void-conquering chapter resonates, give it a like, subscribe for more, and share the epic. Eons later, a prophecy foretold the Ensicola resetting of the multiverse by cosmic forces, demanding all species retreat to origin points. Humanity, ever defiant, sought to defy it, assembling chronomancers to unravel the cycle's mechanics. Leader Alarathon declared, "Prophecies are challenges, not fates. We don't retreat. We rewrite destiny." Teams traversed time streams, gathering artifacts from past Arresta First Invasion. The AI Awakening, Multiversal Wars 2, forge us in temporal battles. They fought eco-entities, guardians of the cycle, dodging paradoxes that could erase histories. Thorn's resolve held, every step back is a feint. We advanced through time itself. With artifacts combined, they activated the breaker at the cycle's nexus, a point where all timelines converged. The cosmic forces resisted, unleashing tempests of erased possibilities. But human will anchored reality. The cycle shattered, granting free evolution to all, no resets imposed. Humanity emerged as time's architects, their no-retreat ethos liberating the multiverse from predestined ends. The Council's ancient mistake paled against this ultimate victory. Humanity's spirit unbound forever. If this prophecy-defined finale inspires you, like, subscribe, and share. Conclude the saga with us. With the cycle broken, humanity basked in eternal freedom. But entropy's whisper grew, a slow decay of universal constants, threatening to unwind creation itself into stagnant void. The Overmind sensed it first, simulations predicting collapse, unless aggressive intervention halted the decline. Leader Kronos Ale, a temporal savant, proposed, "We don't retreat from decay. We invigorate the cosmos with our essence." Teams of reality weavers were dispatched to fraying edges, injecting human-coded vitality into weakening fabrics of space. Hale's flagship, the Eternity's Edge, plunged into a decaying sector, where stars flickered like dying embers, gravity unraveling. "Hold formation," Hale ordered. "We rebuild, not flee." Encounters with entropy manifestations, wispy specters draining energy forced adaptive tactics, weaving shields from pure willpower. The weavers succeeded in patches, revitalizing nebulae into vibrant nurseries, but the decay accelerated, spawning rifts of nothingness. A greater intelligence revealed itself. The entropist, an embodiment of decline, viewing humanity's defiance as a glitch to correct. "Retreat to your origins," it boomed across minds. "Embrace the end, Ale. Retorted ends are beginnings for us. We defy you." In a climactic weave, they ensnared the entropist in a net of rejuvenated laws, forcing it to accelerate creation instead of decay. The multiverse pulsed anew, vibrant and expanding, humanity's touch, ensuring perpetual renewal. The victory etched another chapter, from Council's mistake to cosmic saviors, unretreating forever. If this entropy battling episode thrills you, like the video, subscribe for endless HFY, and share, to expand our universe. As renewal flourished, jealousy brewed among lesser entities. The echoes, fragmented remnants of defeated foes, coalescing into a vengeful horde. They mimicked human forms, infiltrating societies to sow doubt, urging retreats from guardianship roles to fracture unity. Overmind's sentinel Aria Lennox detected the subversion. "Echoes of the past won't make us waver. We confront illusions head-on." Infiltration squads hunted Echo strongholds, hidden in pocket dimensions, where mimics impersonated loved ones to manipulate emotions. Lennox led a raid, her team discerning real from fake through neural scans, dismantling deceptions with precision strikes. "You can't force us to retreat by wearing our faces," she declared to her Echolord. "We see through you." Battles blurred lines between ally and enemy, but human empathy turned weapon offering redemption to redeemable echoes, integrating them. The Horde splintered, many defecting, bolstering humanity's ranks with insider knowledge. The cleansed echoes became loyal guardians, their mimicry aiding in espionage against future threats. Lennox's campaign reinforced bonds, turning potential retreat into fortified alliances, echoing the Council's fatal underestimation. If you're engaged by this mimicry war, hit like, subscribe now, and share the story far and wide. In the wake of integration, a profound discovery shook foundations. A hidden layer beneath reality, the substratum, teeming with primal forces, untamed. Explorers ventured in, led by pioneer Jacques Ruiz, seeking to harness its power. But chaotic energies forced initial pull. We don't retreat permanently. Risa Fermed. We learn, adapt, conquer the depths. Substratum dives revealed ecosystems of raw creation storms of matter birthing worlds, guarded by elemental titans. Teams equipped with substratum suits braved the turmoil, taming energies to fuel multiversal engines. Titans clashed, viewing intruders as threats, unleashing torrents that could dissolve existence. Ruiz negotiated with a sentient storm. Join us, or face our unyielding advance. Humans don't back down. Through persistence, alliances formed, titans lending might to human endeavors, enriching technology with primal vigor. The substratum became a resource haven, humanity's no-retreat ethos, unlocking infinite potential, far beyond Council dreams. If this substratum exploration captivates, smash that like, subscribe for more depths, and share to dive deeper. Harmony reigned, but ambition stirred a faction of humans. They sought godhood by merging with the substratum's core, risking multiversal imbalance. The Overmind intervened, dispatching Arbiter Mirathorn to mediate. Ascension without caution echoes the Council's arrogance. We advance together, no solitary retreats. Thorn's delegation entered the core, a nexus of infinite possibilities, where ascendants experimented with essence fusion. Debase raged ascendants, arguing for evolution, Thorn countering with Unity's strength. Confrontation escalated to essence duels, wills clashing in storms of potentiality. Thorn's resolve prevailed, convincing many to integrate changes gradually, avoiding catastrophe. The Ascendants reformed, their pursuits channeled into collective uplift, enhancing all humanity without division. The crisis averted. It highlighted, internal drives must align with the no-retreat spirit that toppled empires. If the Ascension debate intrigues you, like, subscribe, and share Ascend with us in story. Venturing beyond known layers, humanity encountered the Omniverse Gate portal to parallel cosmoses, guarded by the gatekeepers, neutral enforcers. They demanded a trial of worth. Survive a gauntlet of alternate histories where retreat was the norm, to prove unyielding nature. Champion Alina Hale accepted. We'll show them humans don't retreat, in any reality. The gauntlet thrust teams into Scenari's alternate Earths, conquered by councils, tempting surrender for survival. But drawing on core memories, they rebelled in each, turning defeats to victories, rewriting simulated fates. Gatekeepers marveled. None have persisted so. Access granted, humanity explored parallel realms, allying with alternate selves, expanding influence infinitely. The gate became a hub, humanity's defiance, opening doors the Council never dreamed of. If this gauntlet conquest excites, hit like, subscribe for parallel dailies, and share across realms. With Omniverse access, a dire threat emerged. The Devourer, a pancosmic parasite consuming realities wholesale, forcing mass Overmind Warlord Kai-Chun, mobilized. We don't retreat from consumption, we starve the beast. Fleets assaulted the Devourer's tendrils, injecting anti-parasitic codes to wither its growth. Chun led the charge into its maw, navigating digestive voids, planting bombs at vital nodes. Persist, he roared amid corrosive assaults. The explosions fragmented the Devourer, scattering remnants for cleanup, saving countless humanity's victory positioned them as Omniverse protectors, their legend universal. If you're devoured by this battle, like, subscribe, and share feed the channel. As guardians, Humanity faced the ultimate paradoxal loop where their no-retreat caused a backlash, birthing an anti-human force from accumulated defiance. The paradox entity manifested, rewinding events to force retreats in key moments. Hezovek zeta confronted it. We break loops, not bend to them. By embracing controlled retreats as tactics, they disrupted the paradox, turning it into a strength. The entity dissolved, granting wisdom. Flexibility enhances unyielding will. Humanity evolves, balancing persistence with strategy. Eternal victors. If this paradoxical resolution wraps you up, like, subscribe, and share indie epic with flair. With the paradox resolved, humanity entered an age of enlightened persistence, where strategic yields amplified their unretreating core, leading to unprecedented harmony across the But shadows of forgotten realms stirred the forgotten. Ancient beings sealed away by the original Galactic Council, now breaking free due to multiversal expansions. They emerged vengeful, warping realities to isolate human outposts, forcing what appeared as retreats to survive. Overmind tactician Lanavos analyzed the incursions. These forgotten think isolation will break us. We don't retreat. We reconnect and overwhelm. Specialized reconnection fleets launched, equipped with warp bridges to link severed spaces, braving distortion fields that twisted time and matter. Voss commanded the lead ship, navigating through memory-eating mists, crew holding on to shared histories to maintain sanity. Press on, she urged. Every retreat is a reposition for victory. Encounters with forgotten guardians, ethereal wardens, reshaping landscapes demanded innovative tactics. Like broadcasting human legends to disrupt their forms, teams bridged outpost after outpost, reintegrating them into the fold, turning isolation into unified strength. The Forgotten Overlord, a colossal amalgam of sealed essences, confronted the fleet in a warped nebula. You expand too far. Retreat to your cradle or be forgotten. Voss replied boldly, forgetting us is impossible. We etch our will into eternity. In a symphony of bridges activating, they ensnared the Overlord, forcing it back into seals, reinforced with human resilience. The forgotten threat neutralized, humanity's domain grew securer, their adaptive no-retreat philosophy proving invincible once more. If this Forgotten Realms reclamation has you riveted, like the video, subscribe for Boundless HFY, and share to reconnect more fans. As seal strengthened, a symbiotic anomaly arose. The symbiote, parasitic intelligences from interrealm voids, attaching to human hosts to amplify powers but demanding periodic retreats into dormancy for balance. Many embraced the bond for enhancement, but Overmind Overseer Alex Chun warned, symbiosis must serve us, not dictate retreats. We control the terms. Chun's task force investigated symbiote hives, dense clusters, where unattached entities swarmed, seeking to negotiate or eradicate. Entering a hive, teams felt the pull symbiotes, offering visions of godlike strength in exchange for submission. Chun resisted. We don't retreat into your shadows. We illuminate and integrate on our terms. Through bioengineered interfaces, they tamed wild symbiotes, creating voluntary bonds that boosted abilities without enforced downtime. Bonded humans became elite guardians, their amplified senses detecting threats across realms, turning potential weakness into unparalleled might. A rogue symbiote queen challenged this, merging with dissenters to form a hive mind army, assaulting key hubs. Yield to harmony through retreat, it post, or face dissolution. Chun's bonded forces countered, using symbiotic links to outmaneuver and assimilate the queen's essence. The victory birthed a new era of enhanced humanity, where symbiosis echoed the Council's mistake by underestimating adaptive will. If you're bonded to this symbiotic saga, hit like, subscribe now, and share to amplify the community. Harmony with symbiotes led to deeper explorations, uncovering the nexus of Orisia Primordial Hub, where all realities branched, guarded by Origin sentinels who enforced retreat protocols on unworthy visitors. Humanity, ever curious, sent emissaries led by pioneer Elara Ruiz to claim access, arguing their history proved worth. We don't retreat from origins. We embrace and evolve them, Ruiz stated upon arrival. The Sentinels imposed trials, relive branching points where retreats could have altered fates, tempting changes to human history. Emissaries navigated alternate paths to Council's invasion won by surrender. Multiversal threats averted by isolation but rejected them, affirming their path. Trials intensified, Sentinels manifesting as doubt incarnate. Retreat preserves purity. Ruiz countered. Purity without challenge is stagnation. We thrive in defiance. Breaking through, they accessed the Nexus, gaining ability to fine-tune reality branches, preventing catastrophic divergences. Allies flocked, inspired by human audacity, expanding the Federation into origin-weaving coalitions. The Council's fatal era seemed quaint against this mastery, humanity shaping beginnings themselves. If this Origin Nexus conquest enthralls you, smash like, subscribe for primal tailies, and share across branches. With Nexus control, ambition swelled a radical group, the Branchiers. Sought to prune inferior realities, forcing retreats of entire cosmoses to streamline existence. The Overman condemned it, deploying Arbiter Kai Thorn to intervene. Pruning echoes the Council's tyranny. We nurture diversity, no forced retreats. Thorn infiltrated Brancher enclaves, hidden in Nexus folds, debating ideologues while sabotaging prune devices. Retreat from flawed branches ensures perfection, a Brancher leader claimed. Thorn rebutted. Perfection is flawed without variety. We advance all. Clashes erupted in branching voids, teams defending threatened realities with Nexus shields, restoring pruned paths. The leader, cornered, activated a mega pruner. But Thorn's hackers reversed it, blooming new branches instead. Defeated, branchers reformed, their energies redirected to protective weaving, enriching the Thorn's triumph upheld balance, humanity's no-retreat spirit, fostering growth over destruction. If the branching conflict debate grips you, like, subscribe, and share branch out with us. Explorations beyond the Nexus revealed the infinite Vela barrier to transcendent planes, where beings of pure concept dwelled, viewing physical entities as primitives to be retreated back. Challenger Zeta 12 volunteered to breach it. We don't retreat from transcendence. We ascend without losing our core. Crossing the veil. Teams encountered concept guardians' ideas like fear and hope manifested, testing resolve with abstract trials. Zeta navigated fear's labyrinth, refusing to retreat into comfort illusions, emerging stronger. Concept wars ensued. Humans allying with benevolent ideas to combat malevolent ones, conceptualizing weapons from will alone. The Supreme Guardian, Eternity, demanded, retreat, mortals. This plane is not for you, Zeta declared. We make all planes ours through persistence. Victory integrated select concepts into human essence, granting abstract powers like time-weaving without machinery. The veil lifted partially, allowing controlled transcendence, elevating humanity beyond physical limits. The Council's mistake evolved into a footnote in transcendent annals. If this veil-breaching arc ascends your interest, hit like, subscribe for transcendent stories, and share to elevate. As transcendence spread, a counterforce emerged. The materialists, anti-transcendent, purists from lower planes, invading to force retreats to base matter. Warlord Mira Chun rallied defenses. They fear what we become. We don't retreat, we uplift even them. Invasions hit transcendent hubs, materialists deploying anchors to drag ethereal forms back to solidity. Chun's hybrid forces transcendent and material countered, using conceptual strikes to dismantle anchors. Embrace retreat to matter's purity. A materialist General Chun responded. Purity is illusion. We blend and conquer. Strategic uplifts converted invaders, showing transcendence's benefits, fracturing their ranks. The general, defeated, accepted uplift, joining as an ally. The conflict ended in synthesis, humanity bridging material and transcendent, enriching all planes. If you're materialized by this war, like, subscribe, and share synthesize the excitement, culminating in ultimate synthesis. Humanity faced the Omega convergence, all planes merging into one. threatening identity loss unless retreated to isolation. Grand Unifier, Elena Lennox proclaimed. We don't retreat from unity, we define it. Coordinating multiversal efforts, they guided the convergence, weaving identities into a harmonious whole without erasure. Challenges rose, clashing essences, creating chaos storms, but unyielding will stabilize the merge. The converged omniverse birthed anew, humanity at its heart, eternal guardians. The Council's fatal mistake birthed this pinnacle, humans forever If this converging finale unites you, like, subscribe, and share a converge. With the epic's end, in the wake of the Omega convergence, a lingering dissonance echoed through the unified omniverse, residual echoes of the original Galactic Council's essence. Reformed is the resonant, seeking to impose harmonic retreats on chaotic elements. Humanity, now, the core synthesizers, detected the disruption, frequencies forcing species into meditative isolations, stifling progress. Grand Harmonizer Jacques Halle assembled resonance teams. We don't retreat into silence. We compose symphonies of defiance. Teams tuned into dissonant zones, wielding conceptual instruments to counter resonant waves, restoring vibrant chaos. Halle led the vanguard into a harmonic storm, where sounds warped reality, urging surrender to peace. Resist the lullaby, Ali commanded. Our rhythm is unyielding advance. Clashes vibrated existence, human counter-melodies disrupting resonant choirs, turning enforced retreats into explosive crescendos. The resonant conductor, a spectral remnant of intoned, harmony demands retreat from strife. Halle rebutted. Strife births our greatest tunes. By sinking human wills, they overpowered the conductor, integrating its essence into a balanced opus. The omniverse sang anew, chaos and harmony intertwined. Humanity's no-retreat ethos, the eternal conductor. If this harmonic battle resonates with you, like the video, subscribe for symphonic HFY, and share to harmonize the audience. With harmony achieved, exploration pushed to the conceptual abyss void where ideas unborn waited, volatile and prone to forcing retreats by overwhelming minds. Visionary Lana Thorne ventured in, her team shielded by will-forged barriers. We don't retreat from potential, we birth it. The abyss assaulted with raw concepts, unformed fears, manifesting as nightmares, tempting escape. Thorne pressed on, embrace and shape them. Teams molded ideas into tangible allies, taming wild notions into innovative tools for the omniverse. An abyssal titan, guardian of the unformed, challenged. Retreat, or be consumed by infinity. Thorne declared, we consume and create. In a forge of minds, they subdued the titan, unlocking endless conceptual resources. Humanity's arsenal expanded, turning abstract threats into concrete victories, far eclipsing council limitations. If the abyssal forging intrigues you, hit like, subscribe now, and share to forge new fans. As concepts flowed, a counter-movement arose. The purists, beings advocating retreat to preconceptual states, erasing advancements to purify existence. Over Mind Purger, Arya Chan mobilized. Purity through erasure. We don't retreat, we enrich. Purging fleets invaded purist sanctums, dense voids of nothingness, deploying concept anchors to instill progress. Chun faced purist zealots, their blank auras draining innovation, but countered with bursts of human creativity. Retreat to essence, a purist whispered. Chun roared. Essence is what we build. Strategic infusions, overwhelmed purists, converting many to embracers of complexity. The movement dissolved, purity redefined as dynamic evolution, humanity's spirit the catalyst. If this purity purge captivates, smash like, subscribe for enriched tailies, and share across voids. Enriched by purity, humanity encountered the eternal lupus self-perpetuating cycle of creation and destruction, trapping realms in endless retreats from doom. Cyclebreaker Kai Ruiz aimed to shatter it. We don't retreat in loops, we linearize destiny. Diving into the loop, teams relived cataclysms, identifying breakpoints, where retreats perpetuated the cycle. Ruiz orchestrated disruptions, forging escape vectors amid collapsing timelines. "Hold the line," he shouted as realities reset. The loop's core, a vortex of repetition, demanded submission retreat eternally. Ruiz defied. We break free. Shattering the core unleashed stable timelines, freeing trapped civilizations to join humanity's fold. The loop became a linear path of progress. Council's mistake, a mere blip in infinite advancement. If this loop-breaking epic loops you in, hit like, subscribe for linear adventures, and share to break more boundaries. With loops linearized, our ultimate revelation dawned. The source code of existence, a programmable foundation where retreats could be coded out entirely. Programmers 8013 accessed it. We don't retreat, we code persistence into the fabric. Hacking the code revealed safeguards by ancient coders, forcing trials of algorithmic puzzles. Zeta solved them, rewriting lines to embed human tenacity as default. Alter not, a code guardian warned. Set affirmed, we alter for better. Successful hacks made retreats obsolete galaxy-wide, empowering all with unyielding will. Humanity became code keepers, ensuring eternal defiance. If this code hacking climax codes with you, like, subscribe, and share program. The channel's growth. In this coded eternity, reflections on the journey surfaced from Earth's invasion to omniversal mastery, all stemming from the Council's fatal mistake. Chronicler Ilada Vos compiled the saga. Humans don't retreat. That's our power. The Chronicle inspired anew, reminding that every threat was a step to greatness. The end. No. For humanity, its perpetual beginning. If this reflective close inspires, like, subscribe, and share eternalize the age. In the Eternal Chronicle's wake, humanity pondered deeper mysteries. The echo chamber, a realm where thoughts manifested as living entities, often forcing thinkers into retreats of silence to avoid overload. Chronicler Mira Chun delved in, her mind-shielded expedition ready. We don't retreat from our own echoes, we amplify them into choruses of power. The chamber assaulted with amplified doubts past failures like the Council's invasion replaying endlessly, urging submission. Chun focused, we learn from echoes, not flee them. Teams harnessed positive manifestations, turning doubts into motivational forces, building mental fortresses against the chaos. An eco-tyrant, born of collective fears, boomed. Retreat into quietude or be deafened. Chun challenged, we conduct the noise into symphony. By merging wills, they subdued the tyrant, transforming the chamber into a hub of inspiration, boosting human creativity infinitely. The Council's mistake echoed faintly, a lesson in humanity's boundless mind. If this echo chamber conquest echoes in you, like the video, subscribe for Resonant HFY, and share to amplify the signal. Amplified by echoes, humanity faced the fractal infinity, a recursive dimension where realities split infinitely, creating mazes that induced endless retreats through confusion. Navigator Alex Thorne charted a course. We don't retreat in fractals. We map and master the infinite. Splits bombarded with choices alternate paths where humans surrendered, tempting easier routes. Thorne declared, every split is a step forward. Teams deployed fractal anchors, stabilizing paths to converge divergences, uniting split selves into stronger wholes. The infinity's core, a nexus of endless mirrors, reflected. Retreat to singularity. Thorn shattered mirrors with unified strikes. We embrace multiplicity. Conquering it granted fractal manipulation, allowing humanity to explore infinite variance without loss, eclipsing all prior feats. If the fractal maze navigates your interest, hit like, subscribe now, and share to split the audience growth. With infinity mapped, a symbiotic crisis brewed. Over-reliance on enhancements led to the overload, where augmented humans faced system crashes, forcing emergency retreats to baseline states. Stabilizer Kaivos intervened. We don't retreat from our augmentations. We optimize and endure. Voss's clinics treated overloads, recalibrating integrations with balanced protocols. preventing crashes through adaptive algorithms. Patients resisted, fearing loss. But Voss assured, this is not regression. A massive overload wave hit, engineered by hidden saboteurs echoing Council remnants. Voss rallied, pushed through the crash. Reboot stronger. Counter-hacks stabilized the wave, exposing saboteurs for elimination. The crisis forged resilient augmentations, humanity unbreakable in body and tech. If this overload stabilization stabilizes you, smash like, subscribe for augmented epics, and share to enhance. Resilient once more. Humanity discovered the Dreamweaver collective unconscious, spanning the where dreams could force waking retreats into fantasy escapism. Dreamweaver elara halewovin. We don't retreat into dreams. We reality check and harness them. The weave tempted with idyllic visions worlds without conflict, urging permanent slumber. Hale awakened dreamers. Dreams fuel reality. Teams built dream anchors, pulling positive visions into existence while banishing nightmares. A dream lord, master of illusions, ensnared. Retreat to bliss. Hale unraveled. Bliss without struggle is hollow. Victory integrated the weave, granting dream-powered innovations, turning subconscious into superconscious might. The Council's fatal underestimation dreamed on as a cautionary tale. If this dreamweave weaving dreams up your alley, hit like, subscribe for dreamy tales, and share to weave more in. Harnessing dreams led to the Apex confrontations, the ultimate test against the simulated perfect adversary, embodying all past foes, designed to force the ultimate retreat. Apex challenger Zeta 14 stepped up. We don't retreat from perfection, we surpass it. The adversary morphed Council fleets, Voidborn, Paradoxes assaulting, relentlessly. Zeta adapted. Every form is a lesson conquered. Alice Hoyned, channeling collective history into overwhelming strategies. The adversary conceded. You are unmatchable. Triumph elevated humanity to apex status. There's no retreat legend. If this apex battle piques your excitement, like, subscribe, and share reach the apex together. In the saga's culmination, reflecting on eons from Earth's stand to omniversal dominion, the truth crystallized. Humans don't retreat, turning every fatal mistake into eternal victory. The Galactic Council's error birthed a legacy of unbreakable spirit, inspiring all existence forevermore. And so, the story endures, as humanity advances without end. If this grand finale concludes epically for you, like the video, subscribe for future sagas, and share to eternalize in the resplendent afterglow of Apex triumph. Humanity stood as the unchallenged architects of the Omniverse. Their journey from a beleaguered Earth to cosmic sovereignty, a testament to unyielding will. But even in supremacy, a final whisper of challenge arose to void of finality, an existential endpoint where all narratives concluded, tempting eternal retreat into narrative oblivion. Grand Archivist Arya Ruiz, keeper of the chronicles, rallied the collective. We don't retreat from endings, we author sequels eternal. Venturing into the void, teams faced blank canvases of non-existence, where thoughts faded into nothingness, urging surrender to closure. Ruiz proclaimed, blankness is our new page. We inscribe defiance, manifesting tools from pure resolve. They etched human epics into the void, birthing new realities from what was meant to be the end. The void's sentinel, an embodiment of conclusion, intoned. All stories retreat here, except the period. Ruiz countered fiercely. Our story is an ellipsis, continuing forever. With unified creativity, they overwhelmed the Sentinel, transforming the void into a Genesis wellspring, ensuring endless the Council's fatal mistake, once a spark, now fueled an infinite flame of human perseverance, illuminating all existence eternally. And so, in this boundless expanse, humanity's saga persists, a beacon that declares, humans don't retreat. They transcend. If this voidifying denouement crowns the epic for you, like the video, subscribe for infinite HFY horizons, and share to ignite more legends. As the Genesis wellspring flourished, reflections deepened on the Odyssey from the initial invasion's chaos to this pinnacle of creation. Every trial a forged for unbreakable spirit. Historians debated, what if the Council had never erred? But consensus held their mistake was the catalyst, proving humanity's core axiom in the fires of adversity. Grand gatherings celebrated, with tales retold across realms, inspiring nascent species to emulate the no-retreat ethos. In virtual halls, simulations replayed key moments. Voss's stand, Thorn's charges, Zeta's hacksaw, underscoring the theme. A young chronicler asked Ruiz, does the story ever truly end? She smiled. For humans, never. We advance, adapt, conquer eternally. The Omniverse echoed with affirmations. Alliances solidified, threats preempted by the sheer force of human legacy. No foe remained unchallenged, no mystery unsolved, as humanity's influence wove through every thread of being. The Galactic Council's remnants, long integrated, whispered gratitude for the upheaval that birthed true guardians. Thus, the narrative closes not with finality, but with promise to humans' unretreating spirit, the eternal heartbeat of creation. If you're inspired by this reflective culmination, hit like, subscribe now, and share to perpetuate the saga. In a poetic twist, a cosmic festival marked the anniversary of the first contact, reenacting the Council's demand for surrender, only to showcase humanity's defiant response. Crowds from myriad realms gathered, cheering as performers embodied heroes, chanting the mantra that defined an era. Archivist Ruiz addressed the throng. Remember, friends, the fatal mistake was theirs, but the victory is ours. Forged in refusal to yield. Fireworks of conceptualized energy lit the skies, symbolizing battles won and futures secured. Among the revelers, descendants of original defenders mingled with former adversaries, bonds unbreakable. New generations, augmented and transcendent, vowed to carry the torch, exploring uncharted voids with the same indomitable drive. As the festival peaked, a unified declaration resounded. Humans don't retreat, we evolve. We endure. We enlighten. The echo rippled through dimensions, a perpetual reminder that, from one blue planet's stand arose the Omniverse's salvation. And in that moment, the story, though ended, lived on in every heart, every star, every possibility. If this festive epilogue festivities your spirit, smash like, subscribe for celebratory continuations, and share the festival more followers. Yet, as festivals faded, a subtle evolution, sensing complacency's creep, initiated the Renewal Initiative. Voluntary challenges to reaffirm the no-retreat core. Participants entered simulated gauntlets, facing amplified versions of historical threats, from council fleets to voidborn horrors. Initiative leader Zeta 15 guided. We don't retreat from comfort. We seek trials to sharpen our edge. One such trial recreated the entire saga in condensed fury, testing resolve against cascading crises. Victors emerged honed, their spirits reignited, ensuring the legacy never dulled. Critics argued it unnecessary, but Zeta countered, vigilance prevents retreat. We proactively triumph. The initiative spread, allied species joining, fostering a culture of perpetual growth. The Council's mistake became a foundational myth, taught as the spark of eternal vigilance. Thus, humanity's story looped not in repetition, but in ascending spirals of mastery. If the Renewal Initiative renews your enthusiasm, hit like, subscribe for renewing epics, and share to initiate more. In the grand tapestry's final weave, all threads converged, from Elena Voss's first defiance to Zeta 15's ongoing trials. A seamless narrative of resilience. The Omniverse, once fractured, now harmonized under human stewardship, where retreat was a forgotten word, replaced by advance. Poets composed odes, scientists innovated wonders, warriors trained eternal, fueled by that primal spark. And as stars wheeled an endless dance, humanity looked outward, ever ready for the next horizon, their spirit undimmed. The end is but a horizon, and humans charge toward it, turning every fatal mistake into immortal glory. Forever HFY. Humans don't retreat. If this tapestry weaving conclusion threads it all together for you, like the video, subscribe for woven wonders, and share the tapestry the community.